how different personalities impact the strategic planning process. Are you in the middle of a strategic planning process or getting ready to dive into one? You're probably thinking, oh my goodness, how do I manage all the different personalities in the room? It is one of the most challenging parts of facilitation, and I wanted to break down some of the 4 personality groups that I typically look for when I'm facilitating a strategic planning retreat. Once you know what you're looking for, it's easier to figure out how to pull from the strengths of each of the different personality types and mitigate some of the challenges. So we all know about introverts and extroverts, right? When we go into strategic planning retreat, automatically I can figure out who the extroverts, who the introverts are when I just open the floor and say, who would like to tell me this particular thing? My extroverts are going to produce content as quickly as possible. It may not be organized. It may not be their best content, but by golly, they can produce content. The introverts sitting there collecting their thoughts, and by the time they're ready to really contribute something meaningful, the conversation's moved on. So I want to make sure in every strategic planning process that I level the playing field between my introverts and my extroverts. Instead of just popping a question out and expecting people to answer on the fly, I always make sure I put it on the wall. So it's posted on the wall listed as the focus question of the moment. So I only have one posted on the wall at a time. Everyone can read it and digest it as I say it. And then I give them time to collect their thoughts individually before I ask them to share. So in the educational world, this is called Think, Pair, Share. It's actually based on an evidence-based model. And it allows us to say, think about your thoughts, collect them individually, go into small groups, pair up, share those ideas in a small group, filter them out a little bit, and then bring them back to the group. Typically, that Think, Pair, Share model helps level the playing field between the extroverts and the introverts. The next personality types that I'm looking for are my kites and my kite flyers. Now, I just made this one up. I've not heard it said before, but I'm sure it's out there somewhere. My kites are the people that go, oh my gosh, we can be 1,000 feet up in the air if we just dream. And my kite flyers are there a little bit more grounded, saying, hey, kites, we've only got 500 feet of string, not 1,000. So I love having kites and kite flyers in every strategic planning process because we need those kites. Those are the visionaries. We need the kite flyers. They're the managers, the people that have to get the work done. We need them both in the room to hold each other accountable. That push and pull, and that push and pull between the two actually creates a really great dynamic when managed well in the strategic planning process. So look for your kites and kite flyers. You're going to really pull from the kites when you're looking for the vision for the future, when you're thinking all the what ifs, but then you're going to lean into the contributions of your kite flyers when you start getting into strategy setting and making and saying, is this realistic or not? Next, we have what I call my facts and feelings people. And those facts people, just show me the black and white. Let me see the facts. We'll set a goal from there. The feelings people, I like to call the perceptive people, the perception people. These are the groups of individuals that go beyond just what they see in black and white and go, but this could impact our team this way, or this could impact us in, this area. And it's important to take both into consideration. So every time we engage strategic planning groups in sessions, we always address the objective, the things we know to be true, and we also take time to look at the perceptive piece. What are the things that we should consider that aren't necessarily black and white? They may fall in that gray area. Finally, in every strategic planning process, I'm on the lookout for my abrasive and my persuasive people. Those abrasive people can kind of bully and strong arm anyone into saying yes to a particular goal or action item. Persuasive people, as we like to say, could, we say sell ice to Eskimos. They're the people that can sell anything and people will think it's a great idea. I like having both in the room. There's not a problem for me having someone who's a little bit abrasive because I want to see the group push back and challenge and say, is this the best way? So if I have an abrasive personality in the room, I let them go just a little bit to see, is the group going to challenge that? Are they going to question? If not, I might step in and say, how might this impact the team? Or if this particular person isn't around, will this still be viable as part of the organization's plan? The same thing with the persuasive people. Again, on both ends of the spectrum, we have to make sure that consensus is met, and consensus is looking at all sides of the picture and then finally saying this is the path we agree on. Consensus isn't about saying, yes, this is the best way. It's simply saying we've heard all the options and we've agreed to the path that we're all going to walk forward together. So I hope that helps. 4 major different personality types you should be on the lookout for. Lean into them, learn to challenge, and happy strategic planning.